Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Max My Heartbeat. How are you all? I hope everyone is doing fine, right? And I hope you are all watching my videos. Thank you so much. And you all know that I am teaching basic mathematics and also IIT-JEE for classes 11th and 12th. And in basic mathematics, I am covering all important topics which are needed for your basic mathematics concepts. And if you observe, whatever the topics I am explaining are very important for competitive exams also. So it may be ratio proportion or direct and inverse proportion, something like that. All the topics whichever I have covered in basic mathematics are all very important in for your competitive exams. So let us continue our basic mathematics with our next topic, that is compound proportion. But before going to compound proportion, let us understand compound ratio. So what is compound ratio? For compound ratio we need two ratios. How many ratios? Two ratios. Okay. If for suppose two ratios are there, A is to B, comma C is to D. These are the two ratios. For these two ratios, I need to find compound ratio. How to find? So, compound ratio. So, compound ratio is equal to product of antecedents, the ratio of product of antecedents and product of consequence. So, what is antecedent and what is consequent? Already I have explained in my ratio video, right? If anyone is missing, so first understand what is ratio. First you watch that video, then you can understand what is ratio. So ratio contains two terms. What are the two terms? Antecedent and consequent. Our first term is called what? Antecedent. And the second term is called consequent. So in ratio, if whatever the ratio you take, how many terms will be there? Two terms will be there. Okay. So first term is called antecedent. Okay, first term is called what? Antecedent, and second term is called consequent. Okay, first term is called antecedent and second term is called consequent. Without knowing this, you can't understand what is compound ratio. Why? Because compound ratio is also a ratio. But what is that ratio? Product of antecedents and product of consequence is nothing but product of our first terms and second terms ratio. So ratio of product of antecedents to the product of consequence. This is called compound ratio. Okay. So what is compound ratio? Ratio of product of antecedents to the product of consequence is a compound ratio. Okay. So let us find out compound ratio by taking one example. Okay. So example. Find the compound ratio of 5:7 and 2:3. Okay, compound ratio of 5:7 and 2:3. This is our question. So how to find out? So first write 5:7, comma 2:3. So now compound ratio we want. So that is equal to multiply the first term with the first term. Okay, first term should be multiplied with the first term. 5 into 2 is 2. Ratio we have to say, no, ratio is symbol. What is the symbol used to denote ratio? Is 2. So 5 into 2 is 2. Now again second term should be multiplied by second term. 7 into 3. So that is equal to 5 into 2 is 10 is 2. 7 into 3 is 21. So this is the compound ratio of 5:7 and 2:3. Okay. This is about compound ratio. I hope everybody understood compound ratio now. Okay. So now let us move to our original topic, that is compound proportion. So there also, I hope everybody understood compound ratio, right? So next, let us move to our next concept, that is compound proportion. Okay. So compound proportion. So what is there in compound proportion? Here also we will be having two proportions. Either they may be in two quantities, maybe in direct proportion or maybe in inverse proportion. But more than two quantities we will compare here by taking them direct. Either they may be in direct proportion or they be in inverse proportion. Okay, mixed together becomes the compound proportion. Okay, so more than two quantities we are comparing by using proportion, that is called compound proportion. Okay, I'll explain with simple example. First example. So what is my first example means? First one, if 30 persons use 40 kilogram of sugar in 10 days. Find in how many days 80 persons will use 320 kilogram of sugar. Okay, this is our question. This question is related to compound proportion. How can we know that? Because here how many quantities are there? Three quantities. One is persons, second one is quantity of sugar, and third one is number of days. Okay. So here how many quantities we are using? Three quantities. First one is persons. Next one is kilograms of sugar. Next one is number of days. Okay. So let us write those as it is. Persons. Next let us take sugar. Next days. Number of days. Okay. And write numbers below that. How many persons? 30 persons. Okay. 30 persons. How many kilograms of sugar? 40 kilograms of sugar. How many days? 10 days. Clear? Next. In how many days 80 persons will use 320 kilograms of sugar? So here how many persons now? 80 persons. How many kilograms of sugar? 320 kilograms of sugar. In how many days? So days we don't know, that why we have to take that as X. Okay. Now we have to compare. Okay. Compare always unknown quantity only with the known quantities. So now let us compare persons and days. Okay. When the number of persons are more, number of days will decrease. Means the number of quantity, the number of days, the quantity lost decreases. Correct? If more number of persons are there, quantity will be available for less number of days. So number of persons, number of days if we take directly, then number of persons we have to take inversely. Clear? Next, sugar, quantity of sugar and number of days. See here, more sugar is there means more number of days it will come. Less quantity of sugar is there means it will be sufficient for less number of days. So these two are directly proportional. Both should be downwards. Clear? So here number of persons is inversely proportional. number of days. Okay, number of persons is inversely proportional to number of days. In the same way, quantity of sugar and number of days. Quantity of sugar is directly proportional directly proportional to number of days. Okay, that's why I have taken days and quantity of sugar downward arrow but persons upward arrow, because persons and days are inversely proportional. Up to here understood now? So now let us go to our continuation of the problem. Anyone want to note down? Note down please. Okay, now I am erasing. If not, take screenshot, that is enough. So now, wait, sorry, I should not have erased that. Okay, nothing will happen. Let me write this beside persons, sugar, this. So 30 people, 40 kilograms, 10 days, 80 people, 320 kilograms, x. Okay. So now we can do it directly by shortcut, I mean by taking problems. If you are writing any competitive exam, then you can do directly like this. See here, so number of days we have to compare always. So take number of days ratio. So 10 by x is equal to. Okay. Now here this is inverse proportion. So write 80 by 30. Okay. Always start from the tail. So here tail is 80. So 80 by 30 into. So here tail is 40. 40 by 320. Understood? Now what you have to do means cross multiply. So here x is equal to. So here 10 should be multiplied by 10 into 30 into 320 by. Now what are remaining here? 80 into 40. Okay. So 0 cancel. 2 zeros here also I will cancel. 4 ones, 4 eights, again 8 ones, 8 ones. Okay. So x is equal to 10 into 3 is equal to 13. So for how many days the sugar will be sufficient for 80 persons? That is 320 kilograms of sugar. That is for how many days? 30 days. Understood? This is how we have to solve the problems in compound proportion. Okay. First we have to see whether the two quantities are in direct proportion or inverse proportion. So if they are in direct proportion, we can use the ratio directly. If not, take the ratio in reverse direction. Understood? This is how we have to solve the problems. So let us see one more example in compound proportion. Shall I give one homework? Okay. You do one problem as homework and I will say other one now. Okay. If not, one more example I will explain. Just listen. Okay. So next example. A soap factory makes 600 units in 9 days. With the help of how many machines? 20 machines. Okay. How many units can be made in 12 days with the help of how many machines now? 18 machines. Okay, this is our problem. So now let us solve this problem. So what is the question here? So factory makes 600 units in 9 days with the help of how many machines? 20 machines. In how many units can be made in 12 days with the help of 18 machines? We have to find out. Okay. So now here also three quantities are compared. What are those? Units, days and machines. Correct? How many units of soaps it is manufacturing, in how many days, and by using how many machines? This is our question. So write here. First one is units, next one is days, and last one is machines. Okay. So units, days and machines. So units, how many units here? 600 units. How many days? 9 days. How many machines? 20 machines. Okay. Now in how many units? So take units as X. Can be, how many units can be made in how many days? 12 days. With the help of how many machines? 18 machines. Okay. So now we have to compare the unknown with the known now. So what is the unknown now? Units and days, and units compared with machines. Okay. So units and days. So more number of days are there, we can make more number of units. Less number of days are there means we can make less number of units. So here units and days are direct proportion. Okay. Units and days are which proportion? Direct proportion. So I will write here, units and days are directly proportional. Okay. Next, number of units to be compared with number of machines. See here, same. More number of machines are there means more number of units can be consumed. More number of units can be prepared. In the same way, less number of machines are there means less number of units can be prepared. Correct? So here these two are also direct proportion. So units and machines are same, directly proportional. Okay. So anyhow these are directly proportional, so we can solve directly. So first write these two as a ratio. 600 by X is equal to, now you know now, 9 by 12 into 20 by 18. Okay. Now same, X is equal to, multiply 600 into 12 into 18 by 9 into 20. Okay. So now so can cancel 0 0, 9 ones, 9 twos, again 2 gets cancelled. Okay. So 60 into 12, so X is equal to 60 into 12. 12 6 are 72, so 720. So how many units can be manufactured, made with 12 in 12 days with the help of 18 machines? 720 units. Understood everybody? This is how we have to solve the problems in compound proportion. Okay. So you can try your own examples by taking some other problems, and if you get any answer or if you have any doubt, please mention in the comment section. If you have not understood anywhere, so that I can explain in the next video. So if you really like my videos, share my videos to your friends and inform them to subscribe my channel so that they too can learn mathematics. Okay, as if you are doing now. So this is our today's concept, that is compound proportion. Let us meet in our next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.